Hello and welcome, my men, women, and children having a farting contest on the rooftops. It's SJB here, and if you've seen a strategy like this before, you're probably thinking, whoa, what is going on here? This is pure and utter chaos, but it actually looks really cool and awesome, and it must be super overpowered. Well, one of the first things you learn as a BTD6 player is that sadly, there is issues with submarines and their pop counts and everything when you stack them up upon each other. They don't stack. So what's the point of ever building more than one nuclear sub? I'm about to find out. I like to think that I pride myself on not doing very many other advertisements. And one of the ways that I make money is by getting your guys' support. And the easiest way to support me is just by typing in SJB in the creator support section in BTD6. If you're up to do that, I'd really appreciate it. And thanks and enjoy the show. So let me be clear. This strategy is not to only use nuclear subs to win. That is not the point of this strategy whatsoever. But what I want to do is I want to see if spamming a bunch of nuclear subs is by any chance actually good. Or at least okay. But the problem is nuclear subs are pretty pricey, you know? I mean, we're talking about, what, $4 grand, almost $5 grand to get a nuclear sub going? I mean, you got a couple $100 here, $500 there, $2,700, and then you still got to follow up with some sort of side paths, cross paths. So, getting a nuclear sub, cool, we could make that happen, but getting many nuclear subs is not going to be easy. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. It just means we need to wait until later game to actually get our nuclear subs flowing. And that means in the early game, we can kind of do some regular-esque strategies. We're still going to use some random submarines here. We got our Dart Monkey. We got our hero flowing at this point, which is Admiral Brickle, by the way. Because Admiral Brickle allows you to make water towers more powerful. So if we can make our nuclear subs more powerful, that's even better for us. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I could just imagine the amount of excitement that's about to happen to us. But we're already running into some issues here. I need to get some stuff flowing. So we're going to start off with an advanced intel just to get some extra power. Oh, my goodness. We're about to lose, aren't we? Use our abilities. Come on, Admiral Brickle. Oh, yeah, she's already unstrong. Oh, crap. All right, bro. I don't know, man. This is getting tricky. We already need some merchant support for round 24. All right, breathe, Chris. The anxiety. It's okay. It's okay. We're only $700 away from making some really cool crap happen. And then that's only our first nuclear sub, and I think I have to build some other towers after that. You know, like I still want to get going in here with some nuclear sub action. But I don't want to go ham on it and really try to like push myself too far over the limit here. So we're gonna get this guy back to submerge, and boom, we've got a Energizer sub. Now the crazy thing about the Energizer sub is I don't think that there's actually any weakness to this sub until round 40. Of course, it doesn't pop everything automatically, instantaneously, and oh my god, we don't have lead popping power yet. Except for these mines. Oh yeah. Alright, lucky mines for us. And now we got this guy, so we do have the lead popping power. Sweet! Fantastic! Alright, I'm not upset with how things are going right now. I'm actually pretty happy with how things are going right now, but I still need more popping powers. The question is, what do I want to get? Alright, I'm thinking something global. I'm thinking probably 2 global towers, to be honest with you. The 2 global towers that really come to mind to me are Spirit of the Forest. This guy's pretty freaking amazing. 40-something thousand bucks, easily affordable. You can kind of put him near the back and even kind of like stack it on top of an Energizer sub. That's pretty cool. And one other tower that I really want to get is a flagship carrier. I think, you know, since we have water towers here and everything, and we've got Brickle to like make ourselves even more powerful, there's really no reason not to go for top path boat. And in addition, what's interesting is I almost always go carrier flagship with long range and camo detection, but since we have so many Energizer subs planned to be on the screen here, we do not need to get that camo detection, and we can survive with a nice grape shot and hot shot, which long term isn't really that big of a deal, but for right now, it actually is quite helpful. So the good news is this is not Ghostbusters. This is Bloons Tower Defense 6. So if we cross the streams, we don't create some sort of alternate universe or death zone or something like that. It does not mean that we lose the game, but we do lose some popping power. So one thing we can do is when we're planning out our subs, we can kind of just look at the nuclear sub from the other side and see what is the best place to put this so we don't overlap too much. Overlapping a little bit, cool. You're not probably wasting too much popping power, but overlapping a lot bit, that's when we start to run into some major issues and start to run out of our actual popping power here. So I'm going to build another sub over here because I think the mob comes out of the top. This isn't too bad because once we finally get longer range, you can see, look at this, man. Oh, so tight, dude. That's perfect, bro. Perfect. Get advanced intel. And oh my god, we've kind of regen some balloons here, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go for some abilitization here. We're going to go for some double abilitization here. We're going to hope that we can pop this Moab, dude. Uh-oh. This is going to be twite. It's going to be very twite. Woo, baby. All right, first Moab gets taken down. That was scary, though. And I think it's finally time. Let's get some more nuclear sub action. We don't have to worry about another Moab for another 10 rounds. All right, so let's get one over here. I'm going heat tip darts for all of my subs, by the way. Not that I think it's that important to go for one or the other. I mean, usually bottom path's like a little bit more pop efficient. But I just don't want to run into any issues later on with DDTs or something like that causing chaos for me. So even though this is stupid to do, I'm still going to do it. All right, so we've got a sub over here, so our next sub can easily go over here kind of in the corner without any issues. I could even put it... Yeah, I think this is probably the best spot for it. No overlap whatsoever with this puppy. That's cool. And then if I buy one over here, it's probably going to be pretty close to being, you know, tight to this one, but still not perfect. So, it is what it is. And there's our third nuclear sub of the day. Oh, and let me tell you, things are going pretty good right now. I'm actually pretty impressed with how things are going at the moment. And I think I'm just going to go for the other ones while I've got the time and money, and Moabs aren't all that prevalent yet. So I am going to go for that, again, heat tip darts action. You can argue with me if you want and say that that's stupid and idiotic to go for, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm just kind of, I'm in my own zone right now. I just feels right, okay? This feels like a pretty good spot as well. I don't know if I could do any better than that. I mean, this is not a perfect designed map for this strategy, but it's still pretty good overall. And we go for that heat tip darts action and everything. Beautiful. All right. So the question is, do I want to go for one more here? I think easily yes. And that will give us 5 nuclear subs. That's probably all I need. I mean, I could probably go a little bit deeper, a little bit crazier if I really want to. But to be honest, I feel pretty comfortable with 5 nuclear subs. And then if I want to, I could build some sort of energizer, and I could make Admiral Brickle level up even quicker. But I think she reaches level 20 or very close to level 20 by the time we get to the end of the game anyways. But here you go, guys. There's the strategy. And so far, it, believe it or not, is working. This is Chimps mode. This is legit Chimps mode. All right, here we go. Another big Moab coming out. Oh my god. That's so scary to watch. I don't like it. All right, I need to go for an aircraft carrier. I got to take care of these Moabs. Like, real bad. Like, this one shouldn't be too bad either, but you can tell Moabs are still the major issue for us. And I think aircraft carrier will probably solve that for the most part. I mean, we've still got a lot of ceramics kind of all over the place, sort of tanking a lot of our aircraft carrier damage. But I still think it'll do enough Moab damage that it won't be that bad. Here we go. We got double Moabs coming out. Definitely gonna have to use some abilities here. I'm just about up to aircraft carrier money, but not yet. Come on, give me that money. Double abilities, and bam. All right, so we got aircraft carrier. That's our first good step. The question is now, do we go for an energizer, or do we go straight into a carrier flagship? I think the safer bet is definitely carrier flagship, but the cooler play is an energizer. But we're going to wait and see how things go. Now, this is a real Chimps game, so if we fail here, I know we're popping a lot of balloons right near the end of the game here. If we fail here, we do lose. I should probably do weirder things like this in the challenge center, the thingamajig, but I don't know. It just sounds more fun when I like just play in a real game and have like the pressure and the everything on me right here. At least for the first run. You know, it doesn't feel too bad if I waste 20-30 minutes of my time. You know, it is what it is. Anyways, we got some story times for you guys when we get back here. We're going to skate through some of these guys while things are still going good, and we'll get back to you guys as soon as things start to get a little bit more painful. The aircraft carrier is working pretty good, but it still feels like it allows the Moabs to stay alive for just a smidge too long for my liking, specifically when we get to the deeper Moabs here coming up. So I've decided, what can I build to stop the Moabs? And one tower really stuck out to me, honestly. The main Moab with the Deadly Precision, it's really good. But it's also really expensive, and I still want to get some of these high-tier, high-priced towers pretty soon, so I've decided I'm going to go for something a little bit cheaper that still will hopefully be reasonably efficient, and that is a quick Moab press. We specifically get to aim at the Moab, which is cool. You can also pop a few other extra balloons in addition, which is also pretty cool. But the main thing is he's going to slow down the Moabs and hurt the Moabs. Hopefully enough to kind of keep me alive here. Specifically against the bigger balloons like BFBs and stuff like that. But you can see, very good combo right there. And by the time they get to the back here, they are donezo. Alright, this is also like somewhat difficult of a round sometimes because there's regen balloons and stuff coming out. That went down pretty easily. 62 should be also reasonably easy, but 63, that could change things a little bit. Nuclear subs are designed to pop big chunks of ceramics, dude. So like, I don't see why this would be an issue, but it still could be an issue because it's still round 63. So we're gonna slow this down a little bit, see how this is gonna go. Let's use our ability. Okay, that actually wasn't bad at all. That wasn't bad at all. I'm gonna use my second ability here just to kind of confirm round 63 will get taken down. And I probably shouldn't have done that because now the biggest thing is coming up in here, but I have a lot of extra mines there, and 63 does go down. Okay, that is actually really exciting. I was a little afraid, but the nuclear subs are doing their job. But now the Moab bombing power. Dang, dude, this is getting scary. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. They're getting all the way back here, and that is just like, I want to press escape so bad and just exit out and restart and build something else, but I really also don't want to do that because it makes me feel like I'm failing. I'm failing my job here. Alright, I think it's pretty much a guarantee. I don't think I can survive and get an Energizer up. This is like $8,000 cheaper, and it's going to be more effective for our current strategy. So that's our plan. We're going to go for one of those guys. And I am not fully regretting this boomerang. I don't think it was the right choice. I probably should have just paid the money and gotten the sniper. Maybe. I don't know. It's not doing enough damage against the single Moabs and these reinforced Moabs and stuff. Alright, anyways, 60s are very difficult to lose on, so we'll see you guys in the early 70s. So it might be weird to imagine, but you are currently listening to a beanbag champion. A cornhole champion. Alright, I am so much of a champion that I've actually won money playing cornhole. So first of all, if you guys have never heard of beanbag / cornhole, you can do a quick Google search if you want to, or I'll just do like a really quick job explaining it. You have 4 beanbags, and your opponent has 4 beanbags, and you try to throw these beanbags, alternating, into or onto this little box about 20 feet away. So it's like an angled wooden thingamajig with one small hole in the middle, and the hole is literally just big enough for a beanbag, so you have to be almost perfect to slide this beanbag into the hole. And keep in mind, this thing's like 20, 25 feet away. You know, when you're playing just with people, you just kind of throw it randomly, however far away feels right. But when you're actually playing in a competition, I don't know the exact amount of feet that it's supposed to be, so feel free to look it up if you want to. But any which way, you alternate throwing back and forth, and if you make it in the hole, you get 3 points. If you make it on the board, which the board's like, I don't know, maybe like 2 feet wide by like 3 feet long, something like that. I mean, it's like a pretty reasonable size. But of course, when you're throwing that far away, the bags are going to slide and or bounce. So like, you really have to be efficient with how you throw it. You usually want to throw it right at the very front, middle part of the board, and have it just kind of slide right into the hole. Like, that's the goal, right? And you played at 21. And points are kind of negated. So like, let's say that I make 3 on the board and they make 1 in the hole. Well, they got 3 points, I got 3 points. They even out into nothingness. So it's kind of cool because you can kind of like fight against somebody, but you also play in teams. It's actually a 2v2, and your teammate will actually be on the other side. So you'll be next to your opponent, which is kind of interesting. It's like your teammate's actually far away. Any which way, cornhole and I guess beanbags is kind of like a Midwest United States thing, so I know that it's kind of spread out a little bit, and so a lot of other people have probably at least heard of it or seen it or something like that, but I don't know if in other countries people have even like remotely even thought about this as a thing at all. And believe it or not, on YouTube it seems crazy, but I am... Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna mega mine this bad boy. We're gonna go shablamo! And there it is! Feeling good now. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. Still nuclear subbing crap? Yes, we are. So, if I had to explain that, and I explained it bad, I'm sorry, but I did my best, all right? And these beanbags, by the way, are like £1 each, all right? They're pretty sizable, like they got some weight to them. And when you throw, you're supposed to kind of like actually do the same kind of throw every single time, or you do like a little dipsy doodle, kind of like let it go, use your legs and your momentum rather than just using your arm. You don't throw it like a baseball, you throw it underhand. As interesting as that is. Yeah, I know, we're getting fancy up in here. But any which way, you're talking to somebody who has won money playing this game. So I'm going to tell you guys the story of how I won money playing Cornhole. Alright, it's not that big of a deal. It wasn't even that much money, but it's still one of my proudest moments in my entire life, to be completely honest with you guys. Which is sad to know that one of my saddest moments is playing Cornhole when I was like, oh man, I had to be about 13, 14 years old, something like that. Here we go. It's Energizer time. I'm really hoping I don't lose here because things are getting a little bit wilder, but of course the Energizer is pretty decent against ceramics, and it looks like the ceramics are getting... or Moabs are getting popped by the time they get to the backpack here. The question is, will the Energizer and this combo still be enough to take down all the ceramics? I think so. And I think one thing I can do to kind of help out this situation is just go for like a simple low-level ice tower. So I'm going to go for like an Arctic Wind, possibly a Snowstorm. And I think I'm going to go for the larger radius rather than the permafrost, just so I can get some extra range over here. And then I still want to go for some other towers here, but this is like making sure that my Energizer sub is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing and popping ceramics and things like that in the very right back over here. I still need more Moab popping power, and I haven't figured out how to get that yet, but I will hopefully get some more of that action. But again, don't know what I want to get just yet. I'm probably going to slow things down and do more support towers than I normally do, because I already have a kind of system here that's going to be working out really, really well for me. There we go. Arctic Wind. Let's go Snowstorm, and then we're going to go larger radius and refreeze. All right, and we're going to hope that this combo here is just going to work out really, really well for us. But as you can tell, Moabs and stuff are getting pretty far already, and it's only around 84. This is getting kind of scary. So anyways, I was about 13, 14 years old or something like that when I first, I think it was 12 when I moved into I don't even know what to call it. I lived in this house for like 10 years, 12 years of my life. My parents had just moved out of the house, so it was like the house that I basically grew up in since I was 12. And we had these weird block parties. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a block party, but it's just kind of like you have everybody in your neighborhood kind of get together and have some fun, get a little bouncy house. Parents get together and drink some alcohol and just talk about crap, and the kids all get together and play it with random crap. One of the cool things about this block party was that they had a beanbags tournament. Now, I don't know. I've played beanbags before, but at being a 14-year-old, obviously, like, you shouldn't be that excellent at beanbags, but I always felt like I was good at sports, just in general. I was very athletic, right? And I wanted to play beanbags. So it was $5 entry fee to get into this beanbags tournament. And, they almost didn't let me enter because they were like, well, it's really only for the adults. Like, we don't want a bunch of kids to be ruining stuff. And no, their kids were joining. You know, I'm only 14. They're like, yeah, we really don't want them to join. But I'm like, but please. And they're like, all right, fine, whatever. So believe it or not, they did random teams. So they just took everybody and they combined people together randomly. And I kind of found out that my teammate was just another random older guy, I guess. So, of course, he kind of expected, oh, crap, I got the kid. And I actually overheard him talking randomly when he was, like, sitting down talking to some other people. Yeah, I got the kid on my team. Like, just expecting to just have it go terrible and have him lose and everything. And I was like, yeah. It's all right, bro. Don't underestimate Chris, though. Never underestimate SJB. So, oh, crap. Look at this, bro. Oh, baby. All right. We need some more Moab Popping Power. We need a stat. I don't know when I get that, though. All right. This is the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to slow things down. Ooh, this is round 90. Let's see how this goes first. Let's see how this goes. All right. We got 3 DDTs coming in here. That's not good. That probably would have killed us. I don't like what just happened. All right, must pause this story to figure out what we're going to do. I guess the problem here was mostly that my carrier flagship is supposed to be doing most of the popping power here. And I don't know if he was missing a lot or what the heck was going on, but it just didn't work. So I'm gonna do something a little funky. This is a strategy that has worked for me in the past, and it's actually a pretty decent strategy if you can get it to work right. We're gonna go for a Spike Storm. I'm gonna get bigger stacks and white hot spikes. And really what's supposed to happen here is that I use my ability whenever I feel like it. And of course, I got 5 abilities now, so I actually have a lot to play around with. But in addition, as soon as the spikes pop a Moab, or a DDT, or whatever, the Ice Tower freezes those ceramics, and this guy kills them all. So the spikes actually don't get completely used up, because the Ice Tower freezes them as soon as they get down into ceramic class Bloons. You can still throw spikes on top of all of that action, but the job of this guy is to get down into the Moab class Bloons. So I don't know if this is really the best thing for me, but I think it will actually help me out quite a bit. So we're going to try using no abilities here to see how this changes. See what's going on. That went, of course, pretty well. See the big change there? Yeah, not bad, bro, not bad. All right, we got to start using abilities, though. I'm also going to do something a little weird. I'm going to go for one random glue gunner over here. I'm going to get him up to a bottom path Moab glue, and I'm going to go for the globs. All right, I know a lot of people go top path. I'm going globs here, because I don't really care about what the glue does. I just want to slow things down. All right, I might not even get glue splatter, though. I might be good enough with the globs. And like I said, the whole point of this is just to slow it down, let my other towers do their work, right? Do their job. All right, let's start using some more crap here. And then if I need to, man, I should not feel bad about using Mega Mines. All right. Oh, my God. Mega Mines didn't even kill some of my gods, though. That's actually kind of sad. All right. And then I think what I'm going to do, I think I need more Moab popping power, and I think I need something that can actually aim the Moabs. And I think I have to go for a Super Monkey. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a Super Monkey like this. And we're going to go for a Roboplasma, most likely. Yes, that's what I'm feeling. A Roboplasma. That's my plan. All right, let's go for a big, fat double ability. Round 93 gets taken down. 95 is, of course, going to be tricky. But I think if we do a good Mega Mine in the middle of everything, that could be enough to, like, change things in our favor. All right, that's the plan. That's the plan. I might do some sort of village here now that I have a lot of other towers over here, and maybe even get an Alchemist on somebody. But for right now, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling reasonably comfy. Decent amount of damage. I'll slow things down, get some abilities, use our Admiral Brickle ability, and she is probably going to reach level 20 pretty quick here. That's pretty nice. Delicious. Delicious. All right, more mines. We'll just slow things down just because. And holy crap, yeah, a lot of abilities here, but it is going smoothish. Smoothish. Smooth-esque. All right, this is where it's going to get wild, though. Round 95. Let's start with one of these bad boys, get some extra mines flopping out. We're going to go for a Spike Storm and an Ice Tower first. Then we're going to swap into a Mega Mine somewhere near the middle here. Ice Tower. Let's go for a Mega Mine. Blow some crap up. And then we're going to go for one of these abilities, which will probably clean everything up pretty easily, I assume. Let's get a little wild in the back here. Little wild, but the Ice Tower does its job. And bam, we take down even round 95. Woohoo! All right, but things are only going to get harder. Scarier and harder. All right, we got to do a strong and a last, I think. That's probably our best bet here. Get rid of those Moab layers. That's the job. Get rid of the Moab layers. I don't know if I want to like try to get something else that could specifically aim Moabs. But it seems like we are popping the higher tier Bloons now, but still the Moabs are pretty dangerous for us. All right, let's go for one of these abilities. That's going pretty well. Those abilities are fantastic, bro. All right, slow it all down. Get some more mines. We're going to go for a Mega Mine here. This is round 96, a pretty beefy level. A nice big spikes ability for us. Bloons still getting pretty far in the back here, but they are going down. Oh, yeah. Dude, Energizer subs. How we doing so far with the Energizer subs? All right, 50K for this guy, 40K, 27, and 16, and Energizer with 4. Wow, only 48. That's crazy. Very intriguing, if I do say so myself. All right, well, then what we're going to do here is we're going to wait. I'm going to try to Mega Mine early on 97 here. I don't want this to explode on 97. We want it to explode on early round 98. And it looks like it's going to work, I think. I guess we're just going to throw some spikes out here because this is still kind of scary. It's like a lot of Bloons to deal with. And I got a lot of money here, but I don't know how to use it. Let me think for a quick second here. Okay, this might seem a little bit weird, but we are going to try to do an arcane spike up in the front. All right, we have just enough money for it, so it's almost perfect. I'm going to get my intense magic and my monkey sense going pretty soon as well. Did that Mega Mind disappear already, bro? It's kind of sad. We're going to go for some early abilities here. Throw it all down. Once we get some extra money flowing in here, we can buy some extra crap. I still want to get a village, so let's see if we can make this all happen. Mega Mind to explode a lot of stuff, but now we have no abilities for a little while, which is kind of sad. All right, I still want to build my village. It's not much, but just one Jungle Drums could be enough here. I probably should get a Jungle Drums on the back here, too. Oh, crap. Look at these Moabs, dude. This is scary stuff. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, that's not good at all. Okay, before we go too deep here, I do want to mention that this strategy was an experiment. And I gotta say that my experiment might be a partial failure. Yeah, I don't know how else to put it. It's not going super, super great. It's going okay, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not going great. All right, this is what we're going to do. I put my wizard in the front. We're going to swap. I need Moab popping power, so we're going to go for the arcane spike in the back here. I'm still going to put him on strong, so we should still hit the Moabs. And we're going to try to time our abilities a little bit better. I know I used this guy kind of early on. I don't think that was the right thing to do. So we can go like this. We can still freeze things a little bit once we get going in here. Spike storm it up a little bit. And we're going to Mega Mine here pretty soon once we get almost everything on the screen. Not everything, but almost everything. There we go. We can get our Intense Magic and Monkey Sense pretty soon. And then we're going to wait just a few seconds here to kind of let things build up just a little bit. And then we're going to use our good ability. This is the ability that really changes things in our favor. All right, let's see how's this going. It's kind of scary right now, to be completely honest with you. And that would also be a big fat loss for us. I'm not really liking this very much. We're going to swap this guy to first and close. We're going to try to pop these guys a little bit slower. I think one of my big problems right now is that my Super Mine or my Mega Mine is popping too many things at once. So we're going to try to split them up just a little bit and pop some of these guys a little faster. We'll see if it works out in the long run. Also decided to swap into a bunch of Moab Maulers here. I have no idea if that's a good strategy, but I did it anyways. We got a lot of Moabs coming in here. We're going to use our ability again. We got sort of a slow leak of Moabs this time around, which is much, much better for us. Still going down. Moab Maulers are doing their job. We could use another Mega Mine if we want to, but I think I'm better off waiting. And probably using it on round 99 here as well. All right. And actually, I do believe that we are pretty much all set here. I think. Still a little scary. I'm going to go for another random Spike Factory, I think. It's like, ooh, not perfect positioning, but probably good enough, hopefully. I could use more abilities. A little afraid to use too many abilities, though. I need to save some for 99. Come on, bro. All right, I got to admit, I had to make some pretty drastic changes to my strategy, but overall, it's still going pretty well. I am playing in the... what the heck is it called, man? The homemade section. We're playing in the homemade section right now, which means that I actually have continues. Again, stress relief for Chris. I don't know why I don't start doing this for every single one of my videos, but I might. I might actually, because it just feels better. Himps, chimps, who cares, right? It's all in the fun of the game. I just feel like I'm cheating myself out of something, I guess, you know, like stealing the sea. Or some people said in my last video that I was gaslighting them. Maybe I'm just gaslighting you into chimps not being a thing anymore. And it's not even that important. It's hips is what's all encompassing and all important. Now, we've got $30,000 here, so we can make some plays similar to what we did in the last game. But I was really hoping, even though it seems really, really silly, to just get an Energizer to finish off the game here. But I am curious. Will we still beat round 98 here with our current strategy? It's going pretty well. I was able to get the Spirit of the Forest this time around, which is... Ooh, look at that, man. There's a Bloon getting all the way back here. Yeep. Okay. After many, many thoughts about everything that's going on here, clearly, this is not the best strategy. We did all right. I mean, don't get me wrong. This wasn't awful. But for 19,000 pops and 15,000 pops and 17,000 and 9,000, which is significantly less than I got in my last game, it just doesn't really feel right. It doesn't feel like it's worth it, I guess is the best way to put it. And I gotta say, even though nuclear subs are pretty cool, long term, they may not be the best thing ever. They're just kind of all right. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, my friends. Round 100 gets taken down. We got 1,000,000 pops on our Sky Shredder. Oh, that's pretty cool. And that's it, guys. So if you enjoyed, press that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day. Ooh, can't leave you guys hanging that bad. I was just going to end it, but you know what? I can't be a jerk like that. I ended up winning the Beanbags tournament against everybody else's wishes. They were like, the freaking kid keeps winning. The kid's going on. The kid made it to the finals. The kid is going to do it. And then, believe it or not, I actually won the finals. I'm not sure if people were throwing or anything like that, but I like to believe that I officially won the finals, and we won the money. I think it was like $140 or something like that. That I actually won, and then we split it between the teammates, obviously, except we didn't because the guy was super duper nice, and he actually gave me all of the money. He said I carried him, so that was nice, and I was $140 richer, which back when you're 14 is like a lot of money, man, and I won it all thanks to being amazing at Cornhole.